So I just turned 85, and I've been playing as Subtlety in BGs. I've been watching your videos where you're playing as Assassination, and at the end of the game, the scoreboard pops up, and you'll have like 15 kills and maybe a death in there. Um, I was just wondering if it's just my skill level, if it's just my gear, or is it the spec?
I wouldn't say, well, it may be a little bit of everything. I don't know. It may not be anything. It may just be pure luck, honestly. Every BG is different. You know, you have different opponents that you're going up against, different strategies that are used, different people or your teammates. So it's not like you usually get, as long as you're running like randoms by yourself, it's not like you're always getting the same thing. Honestly, assassination, I wouldn't say it survives near as well as subtlety does, but it depends on how you play. I know some people who play assassination really well, and they know when to use their cooldowns. They know when to um, what bleeds to use, what rotation to use for what types of characters, and sometimes it just works out that they make it out with lots of killing blows, lots of kills, and not very many deaths. But I wouldn't say it's any of those things really, unless you suck. But I don't think you suck. I mean, it's just
A little bit I do.
look.
I forgot to train a smoke bomb for like 4 days after I hit 85. I was doing BGs and videos. I didn't even have the skill taught to me. But
That's hilarious.
yeah, no, it's a definite learning curve over on that side. But you also play sub, right?
I do. I play both sides. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
And it sounds like you're running your BGs with like a team that you guys are doing like pre-mades, or is it just you and your friend will join, or you and your brother?
Me and my little brother, if he's ever on and we're on at the same time and we're not doing other stuff, we'll just run BGs together or twos. I suck at arenas, but we have a lot of fun. He dominates. He's a ret paladin, and he seriously throws out twice as much, sometimes three times as much damage as I do. But when we play together, it's a lot of fun. We blow people up real quick, and it really just depends on what spec I'm playing. If I'm running Mutilate, it's more about me just throwing all my dots on somebody, and if it's Subtlety, then I'm just trying to blow them up. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
you just hit 85. Does that mean that, would you say that BGs are more difficult for you, or would you say that it doesn't really matter? It's just still fun, still enjoy it.
Oh, it's still fun. I mean, even like in the first video I put out with me just going into a BG, I had like questing greens, and I mean, I had nothing. And I went in and like, I'm not great, but I understand how the class works. And for me, I was like, well, what can I do in this battleground to actually help my team out? And I was like, well, a stun is a stun. There's not like a critical stun, or it doesn't matter how good your gear is. If the person's stunned, they're stunned.
Hmm.
So I was sapping people and slowing flag carriers as best I could, doing that kind of thing.
So
Um,
very much a team player then.
well, that's all I could do in that place. So, but yeah, like I see a lot of people go in and just farm up honor points. They'll just go into the middle or follow the biggest group around. But I mean, I still try to work the tactics and contribute to the team. But I'm actually gearing up decently now. I'm at full vicious, and the difference between greens and full vicious is monumental, especially when it comes to survivability.
Hmm. So what type of subtlety rogue do you play? Are you a backstab or hemo? What's your strategy as subtlety?
Um, I like Hemo better because it's just getting right to where you can be behind someone and staying there and using your backstab and making those talent points in your trees actually worth something is difficult. I mean, you can't always do it. There's rarely times where I don't have a slow or a stun or a fear or a something messing with my positioning. So for me, Hemo, which I can use any direction on my target, is just more consistent.
Hmm.
I tried backstab and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm not behind him. I'm not behind him." And I'm spending the whole fight trying to stand behind somebody, and it's just less fun, more anxious feeling to that type of spec. So I just run Hemo and keep the bleeds on, and yeah, backstab's just too technical. Maybe if I was a better player, I could pull it off, but
Mhm.
clearly I am not.
Well, I know a lot of really great players. A lot of the best players in the world do the Hemo style, which is awesome, and it looks. I think it may just be one of the biggest. Like with this next patch, it may be the largest play style for rogues, with the backstab being nerfed and ambushes supposedly being nerfed. Both of those are being nerfed or whatever. I haven't read the patch notes recently if it's changed or not, but I usually ran backstab myself, but it was like you said, it was difficult. Sometimes you just couldn't get behind somebody, and it makes it twice as bad that I'm a keyboard turner, and
Oh, shame.
shame, shame.
Did you see I just did a video on that?
Yeah,
It's up. You should watch
I
it.
should. I really need some help. Every time I try to learn, man, I just die. I die out. I get tired of trying to learn how to use the mouse the whole time and have everything key bound. I mean, what do you do? What's your? I guess if you did a video on it, I'll go and look at it. Tell them where to find it because I want to find it. So where can I find that
Um,
video?
if you just look up channels and you look up the channel HellcrushPlays, it'll say HellcrushPlays, whoa, 25, level 85, whatever, and then it'll say how not to be a clicker. It actually covers keybind turning and clicking. Um, oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about what spec you leveled in because I leveled in sub the entire way, which I guess is not what you're supposed to do.
Hmm. I don't know. I feel like sub's a pretty decent one to do for leveling, just because you got that blow up, and if you're running, were you running with heirlooms?
Yeah, I was running with heirlooms and all that, and the 25 guild, and what's it called?
Oh,
Bring a
refer
friend,
a
promote
friend,
a
yeah.
friend, whatever. Refer a
Wrath.
friend, yeah. So I just exploded in the EXP. I mean, it only took me a month to get
See
85,
that?
so. And I
As I
wasn't
was
playing like
saying,
hardcore or
you working
anything.
still, you still had other life, and you were able to hit it in a month, which is good. Um, I
Yeah.
feel like subtlety. I like running subtlety with it. I feel like you can move quicker. I feel like you can blow stuff up. You have easier ways to get away if you do get in trouble. Um, you open. Usually, I would open with like an ambush on something just to open up. But again, I feel like it's just style. It just depends on how you like to do it. Honestly, I don't feel like there's any one way that should is the end all be all of leveling or PvPing or PvEing, and that it all just depends on your playstyle and what you enjoy personally doing. And I like subtlety leveling, but I don't know. It just depends.
Yeah. For me, for PvP, I just couldn't live without being able to disappear twice. I mean, for me, that's pretty much the only reason I play in Rogues is because it's like, oh, the fight's not going good, it's not going my way,
Dip.
I'm out. Just vanish, boom, gone. Recoup heals you up
Mhm.
all the way, and you can just jump back in it. Whereas like other classes, like Warrior, for instance, like you can chase people down, but once you're losing the fight, like there's nothing really you
You're
can
not
do to
getting in the
turn it
way.
around or save your
You're
ass.
there. You're stuck.
Yeah, it's like Warrior, it's like full speed ahead, full commitment, and this is nice because it's like, oh no,
You pick and choose
reset,
your battles a little bit more.
bounce right out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I found that like running Mutilate, and I know other people who run really well, like this one player, trying to remember off the top of my head, I think on YouTube, the Insomniac 97 is the channel, I think is what it is. But they run Mutilate super well. I try. I enjoy it, but you're right. Without the double vanish, you don't have that to fall back on. So you're kind of required more to watch your cooldowns and use them for different things. Um, and you don't have as much mobility, so you kind of have to pick and choose with your poisons what you want to do to somebody and what you want to have on your weapons. Like I run with a deadly poison, mind numbing. I know some people who run double deadly poison, so they get the big damage really quick. It just kind of depends on your style, you know what I mean? And And as far as survivability goes, I think you're in the right place if you want to survive in a BG. Definitely subtlety, but if you want kind of a more exciting, faster pace experience where you do feel like you're a warrior almost because you get stuck in some of these battles, then go mutilate for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, I for me, I did it straight to 85 and haven't done a
Got a
thing
lot of
since.
achievements to hit,
I
man.
just well, I don't need achievements. I don't get the achievement hunt.
My
Do you
little brother
achievement hunt? I
achievement
don't get
hunts,
that.
and he loves it. It's like that's what keeps him playing. Now he PvPs a lot, but he's been trying really hard to get all the PvP achievements, and the only one I'm trying for is it's like 100,000 kills or something like that. That achievement for the Alliance, I
Yeah.
think no, is that what it's called? I can't remember, but that's the only one I'm really going for. But
Yeah, see, I'd rock that in my title, like my
right,
under my name,
it
but
would look
I think that's the
tight.
only one. Yeah, I mean,
Like not many people have that, so it's just like, bam, there it is.
no,
I
I
still have
mean
like
that's a long
30,000
time.
kills to get, but whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's a lot of
some people really
kills.
get into it and compete with each other and try to get all the achievements, but I'm not a fan of it. What about you? Are you an achievement whore?
Never. I don't. I the if the system achievement system was gone, I'd be happy because like I'll be doing something and a big achievement and the big sparkly letters and all that crap comes up on my screen. I'm just like, oh, get off my screen, clicking it away. But it's weird because in StarCraft 2, which I also play, I'm an achievement super
A
whore.
super
Like
whore. I
I'm on
wonder how
that
many
corner,
STDs you have.
super whore. I'm on that corner working it
Gross.
every day. And I don't know why that one works for me, but in Warcraft, I'm like, it's not my thing. I was gonna ask you, how
Dude,
long
I've played
have
this
you
rogue
played
since
your
the
rogue?
beginning. I have so
Oh
so
shit.
much time put into this rogue, like months and months and months of playtime, and it's the character I've had ever since I started, and I'd quit and then I'd come back and get this character back and keep playing him, and so I got a lot of play time on this guy. It's pretty sad.
Man, like polar opposites since vanilla
Since a
and
month ago.
since a
Yeah,
month
but
ago.
you'll probably
Now I don't feel bad that you're
mm,
getting better kill boards than
yeah,
me. I
I'd
don't
feel
feel
bad
so
'cause I'm
bad
not like the
anymore.
best rogue in the world, though. That's like you have some people who are way better than me.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not
that's
like a
true. It's
job
not.
for you,
I
like
don't do this for a living. It's just for fun still. Yeah,
yeah. Now I've played since vanilla, but just not as a
good
rogue.
stuff. Yeah, you should. What other characters do you have? What do you have maxed out right now?
Right now my warrior is 85. I don't think he's fully geared. I haven't really committed to any other character besides this one since Kata, but uh, my warrior, my warlock, my hunter, my paladin, my death knight, and then this rogue. Well, not
Yeah,
this rogue on
the
screen,
the one.
but
Yeah.
my main
Well, I
rogue,
would say that.
Hellghost.
Yeah, I'd
That's
say
like
that you
six
definitely
eight
have
fives.
more experience in the game than I do, because I couldn't tell you how to play any of those classes except for rogue, and I have a
Well, you play.
warrior that I've maxed out, but I really don't play that very well at all. I just have fun with it sometimes.
It,
Yeah.
it feels
Well,
kind of
there's
basic, huh?
a lot of keys,
For me,
man. There's a lot of abilities you can hit and use, and there's like the best. I guess the best warriors in the world do a lot of stance jumping, like stance dancing, I think is what they call it.
yeah, you got to
Uh,
pop shield wall
yeah, and
and
like the difference
all of
between
it.
using if you're Fury, I guess intercept and charge or whatever are two different stances. So
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
But see, if you figure out how to macro that in, like the whole stance thing, I don't even know when I'm doing it because it's just macroed into the skills in the cast sequence.
Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to call it here. We'll do this again next week, I'm sure. I enjoyed it. Thanks a lot, Hellcrush. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Thank you, man.